It's the 16th of January 2022, our wedding anniversary, 48 years. We thought we would go out and about. Have a look at beautiful Sydney. I am wearing my hat that I haven't worn for, I've never worn it. It's like a giant umbrella. I don't need an umbrella, just wear my hat. It's this beautiful aubergine type colour. I loved it when I bought it. I should wear it. We're going to have a coffee. Celebrate with a coffee. Hoping for another lot of years. This podcast I'm going to talk about some of the knitting that I have in progress. A bolero, beautiful. It's called GBs. And where I'm up to, I've got one sleeve to go on my second one. So beautiful, I had to do another one. I'm using sock yarn and mohair. Mohair is starting to get on my nerves. But I love it, and it's so soft. And also I'm going to talk about some sewing that I've been doing. So last year I had a dip into a fab pattern. It's called Fen, F-E-N. I saw it first on one of the podcasts that I was watching, the Gentle Knitter. I love her. And she was talking about it, and so I bought the pattern. Fits lovely. So what did I do? I made 6. I'll show you that later. Okay, let's have a look. This is a whip that I've got in progress. I've got a couple. This is my knitting whip. It's a shawl. I've got it in my Shetland wool wheat bag that I love. I just wanted a Shetland wool wheat bag forever. Now I've got one. I think she looks like me, wishing. And I especially love Shetland wool. So this shawl is made with Uredale wool. It's 100% heritage breed sheep that are allowed to graze out for so many months of the year in the Highlands. It's just beautiful. It smells sheepy. This is the pattern. It's called Cable and Leaves. I might have said that. I hope mine looks like that. Here it is. It's in this beautiful little ball. And here is my knitting. It's a lovely colour, but the colour isn't really focusing on my camera. There, it's nice brown. Hoping to get this done in a couple of weeks, together with my bolero, my second bolero, one that I made with sock yarn and mohair knitted together. It's so beautiful. You can feel it, feel the softness. A very easy pattern too, I found, being a left-handed knitter. And graphs, I just can't read them because they're mirror image for me to read. So I prefer the pattern written out. And Jane has made her pattern so friendly for left-handed people to knit. I would recommend them. And they look beautiful on my body shape, being a cello. I haven't added the sleeves yet, so I've done one sleeve, halfway through the other. I think it looks really nice with this little brooch. Can't wait to get them finished. And nice for summer to wear over my dresses. This is the 6 Fen dresses that I made last year when I was obsessed with the pattern. It's so beautiful. I made size 18 because I wanted some looseness in it. It's got a high waist and these lovely pockets, and this one is made out of washed linen. Got it from Tesuki in Sydney. It's so beautiful. So lovely to wear. It has a couple of darts. Very easy pattern. I recommend it. It did come with longer sleeves, but I wanted this size sleeve. But now I'm thinking that I probably will just shorten the sleeves a bit more and make it more this type of sleeve. This is a washed linen also. I ran out of fabric. I bought like 1 meter 70, I think. It's quite expensive but beautiful, and I love the color. And so with the pockets, I had to join them, and I put some of this beautiful tartan bias binding that I acquired. I also put it around the neck. I think it looks really nice. This one is the same, but in khaki. I think it's khaki, the colour, yes. Beautiful, easy for summer. Also, I use the tartan binding. This one, I've been dying to use this fabric for ages. It's a Brandon Mobley design from K Facet Collective, Octopus, and I love this colorway. It's black. It looks lovely on. It has pockets, and it's just I just love it. It's cool, looks good. This one, I love this fabric also. It has sort of a metallic type of weave in it. Pockets are beautiful. A nice length too. I lengthened my pattern because I've got funny knees. I've always had funny knees, you know, those kids' knees that are blobby. Blobby knees. Yeah, so I just made mine a bit longer. I really like this one. It's a good dress. So I've got a good white and black dress. You might notice that black and white is my favourite colourway. And this dress is beautiful. This was the first one I made. Same length, but different coloured binding. I got the binding just as a special thing because I couldn't make the binding. So I put it around the sleeves. I'm also thinking I might cut the sleeves back a bit more, but I'm not sure. And I want to wear these dresses with the knitted boleros that I'm making, the GBs. So beautiful. What do you think? This pattern is perfect for any body shape, I would say. I'm 90 kilos and 170 centimeters. So that's the dresses that I got carried away with, but so glad that I did. It's the 16th of January. This is my 4th attempt at vlogging. Hopefully it goes well. Today is the 16th of January. It's our 48th wedding anniversary. We've been married 48 years. Wow. 2 more years and we get a letter from the Queen. Joy. Today we thought we would go into the park near the art gallery, Mrs. Macquarie's chair, have a coffee. It's Sunday, so nothing much is opening. But see these big clouds building? It's been so humid the last 2 months. And this weather, it looks to be building to storms, I'd say. And you know, in Bondi, we hadn't had storms for about 10 years. That's a long time, you know, without thunder and lightning and everything else. And now, since November, I would say, 2021, the storms are starting to come back. John has got a radar tracker, storm radar tracker on his phone that he checks periodically. Watching the storms building out west and coming over the mountains. Could be rain in these clouds. This is the city of Sydney, Australia. It's a beautiful place. It'll be great again when everybody gets back to work. People need to work. Do things to occupy their minds, especially the creative ones and the not so creative ones. So 48 years ago, it was so hot. We were young. We all jammed into our Holden, whatever it was, car. HR. There was like 5 or 6 adults and 1 child. My parents, my friend, my sister,
2 brothers.
John and I, and 2 brothers. One of my brothers was 6 years old, David, at the time. Yes. So there was no seatbelt requirements or anything back then. We just all jammed in. So hot. But, you know, it didn't seem to matter. It doesn't matter when you're young. You can do anything. And we got married in town, the Registry. One of the oldest buildings in Australia, I would say, made out of sandstone. We're going to go past it in a while. This park over here is Hyde Park. They've cut down a lot of the old Moreton Bay figs in the last 10 years. And they've redone the train station that's underneath, which is a museum train station. Is under that park. There's the police guys doing something.
Booked a bike.
The bike. That's the eye hospital.
No, that's a school and museum.
Oh, school and museum. Obviously, I don't know. But I had to come in here to the eye hospital. It's further down in Macquarie Street a while back because I had iritis, which is one of the things that you get with this type of arthritis that I've got, which is ankylosing spondylitis, an autoimmune thing that's on the DNA, HLA-B27 genetic marker. Yeah, and my eyes, I only get it in one eye, and I have only had it twice. I don't want to ever get it again. But it made my eye very red and painful, and you can go blind if you don't have it treated with steroids, which I think my great-grandfather might have had it. He went blind at about 68. So glad for modern medicines. This is St. Mary's Cathedral. It is the only cathedral in Sydney. It's big, but not when compared to Europe.
That's where we got married.
It's so interesting. Here's where we got married. And this beautiful building in front. John got booked over there because he parked in a bike zone, that bike zone. It was like $4.50 for the parking ticket, but we didn't mind. All was relevant.
Didn't have a license.
He didn't have a driver's license. I shouldn't say that, but he didn't. See this big Moreton Bay fig? Trees are beautiful. No buttress roots on them. I always thought the Moreton Bay fig trees came from down Wollongong area, which is about 100 kilometres south maybe. But I am now thinking Moreton Bay is north in the rainforest, which could be true. I should look on the map. This is the Botanical Gardens. The art gallery is on the right.
It's the domain now.
The domain, John says. Beautiful garden. Beautiful trees. Looks like some renos are going on at the art gallery. I haven't been to the art gallery for years. They've got a nice museum gift shop. I love museum gift shops. I think they're my favourite. When I was at uni, there was someone doing a PhD on museum gift shops. What a fun topic.
This is the start of the Botanical Gardens.
Start of the garden. Oh, great big magnolia tree. Beautiful big flowers. Floribunda. The herbarium. That's just beautiful. It's like gardens for everyone to use. Looks like they've just mowed the grass. $150 years or so ago, Victorians were out collecting plants from all over the world, and they'd bring them back to where they lived and plant them in gardens, public gardens for everyone to see. Such interesting trees. Big trees now. Over here is the Opera House, which we're going past, and the city, and the Harbour Bridge. See it through the trees. Where You'll see it shortly. There's a bit of reflection on my phone, but John might stop shortly so we can have a look. I'm not sure if this is a good spot, but this is where we're stopping. Maybe you should go down a bit further to where the...
Okay.
To Sydney Harbour. There are a few boats out.
It's Pinchgut.
There's Pinchgut Island. That's a groovy name, Pinchgut. This is the oldest part of Sydney. Beautiful clock. Most of these buildings are made out of sandstone. Look at that beautiful thing on top of that building. I would love to live there. A loft. That used to be the chocolate shop there on the corner, that white shop. Is it?
I think up the other end. You talked about Darrowley.
Yeah.
I think Darrowley's still at the end.
The Royal Exchange. Nothing like Wall Street. It's Pitt Street. They've put in tracks for the trams, the new trams, making the road all bumpy. I imagine one day cars won't be able to drive down here. A lot of building going on, pulling down old office buildings, putting up new glass buildings. The train line that goes to Circular Quay and the Opera House, beautiful. We're going into the Rocks now, which is the oldest part of Sydney. It was the slums at one time, and in the 70s it was almost pulled down.
No entry, U-turn.
No entry. Looks like something's going on here. Looks like we can't go down to the Rocks. So interesting. The Opera House and Sydney Harbour all in one go. There is a lot of construction going on down here. And it looks like they're doing a lot of reinforcing of the sandstone wall.
Centennial Park.
Yeah, Centennial Park. A lot of activity. That's a conservatorium over there. I wonder who the guy is on the horse. King Edward the
Sixth.
Sixth. There you go. Edward.